Memories with Meg. Meg!
Up by popular demand, here you are. Ripped pants number 2. In high school, I took this really cool class. It was called zoobotany, and it was basically the study of plants and animals. Now, for the first, term of the class, we basically just, studied plants, learned about chlorophyll and photosynthesis and all that stuff. But class really got fun during the last part when we started doing bug collections and dissections. Now, I'll be honest with you, I don't love dissecting animals. I mean, it's fine, and it's really, really interesting to look at their guts and insides and, figure out how they work. Don't like touching their body parts. Yuck. Still, it's really, really interesting, and we got to dissect a ton of animals. We did sharks, pregnant rats, we even did turtles. In fact, on one occasion, we dissected squids, and after we finished dissecting the fresh squids, we took them over to my teacher, who then deep-fried them, and we had a calamari party. It was a fun class. Now, in this class were a bunch of seniors, and I was actually a junior at the time. Specifically, I was friends with these 2 boys. I really liked one of them. His name was Mark. He's actually the reason I bought an Xbox. Anyway, what usually went down is they would dissect the animal, and I would draw the diagrams of what it actually looked like when we pulled it apart. On one such occasion, I don't even remember what we were dissecting, but we were sitting on these stools. It was one of those 4-legged stools that's just awkwardly tall, and we're sitting up against the counter. I'm short anyway, and so my feet don't touch the ground, and we're trying to dissect this animal that I don't even remember what it was. Since my feet are too short to touch the ground, I'd usually hang them on the bottom of the stool as close as I can, and I ended up in some position like this. Well, what happened was, we were dissecting, I wasn't paying a lot of attention, and my foot slipped. Now, from what I've already told you, you know I wear tight jeans. I was also wearing the same brand of jeans that I was wearing when my pants ripped the first time. Apparently I don't learn lessons very quickly. So I'm sitting down, my foot slips, and I hear... Yep. My pants had once again ripped. From here to here. How this happens, I don't know. All I know is I'm a victim in this situation every time. Now the boy I liked, Mark, he was thankfully sitting across the table from me so nobody saw. Only I knew. And my response to it was just to act like it didn't happen. Oh yes, this is such an interesting specimen. I kept my legs crossed the rest of class. And really nobody noticed. I kept it hidden really well. Really all I had to do was hide behind the table and keep my pants hidden. The tricky part came after class. Now thankfully I did have this class 3rd period, which meant I had lunch the following period. Also thankfully I drove my own car and only lived about a mile away from the school. Now not so handy, this class was on the opposite side of the school from the parking lot. I had to get from here to here with nobody seeing my pants. The one thing I had going for me is that I had worn a jacket that day. In the end, I decided to wear a jacket around my waist and rock it like it was 1996. So I walked out of school looking something like this. It only took about 10 minutes to waddle to my car, but I made it. The only ones that actually knew were my best friends, who ended up kind of sheltering me as I walked to my car, laughing the whole time, of course. But I made it back to my car with nothing worse for wear. Except my pants. And my dignity a little bit. Freaking never buy those jeans, man. Never. Why yes, this is a portal jacket. Thank you for not asking. I think this is fantastic. We should bring it back.